We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd down and 4. They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, Purdy. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. But you look at this defense. They interplay here 24th in the league against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Throwing here, Purdy. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding Walker complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Purdy. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Slot man moves right. Now it's Jackson. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Here's a 2nd and 5. And Walker has it. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, 49ers nothing.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Henry, touchdown, Baltimore.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
49ers nothing. Justin Tucker, they kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hey, middle. 13.
Jackson will throw again. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Purdy now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will knot us up at 10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Inside handoff, Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Again, it's Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and 3. This is Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a game that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rolling to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They go play action now. Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. Zay Flowers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. In motion right, Debo. Shotgun now with Purdy. Man open, that's Debo Samuel.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Third down and 1. Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now Purdy. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Purdy looking to throw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Henry out of the pistol. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Henry up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Hey, report.
To throw is Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
49ers 10. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now a handoff to Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jackson now. Going deep for Walker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Buying time to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Now Moody for the PAT.
And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread.
Makes the score Ravens 34, 49ers 17. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And the busy night for Henry continues. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. The throw's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. The extra point try now for Moody. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, Henry.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big time.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Ravens look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy.
Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw now on first down.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Sheds off the tackle. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
161 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Right back to him on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, 25 yards.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
19 tight, 19 tight. Come on, set. 60 Mavericks.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Purdy. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
42-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Looking to throw. Purdy. Steps away to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game, but give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Ravens, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the defeat is their first of the year.